gonna fly, you already know.
Hello, World Bald Eagle, coming at you with another video. So the Eagles finished another day of training camp yesterday, and needless to say, it was a great day. The social media team showed us plenty of footage on it, and we're seeing that Hurts is connecting with the receivers, and that is an awesome thing to see. We have Hurts connecting with Smitty, and we already know what's going to happen this year, because this is the year that we're going to see that Smitty was always a number one, and a number one in his own right. People forget that this man is a Heisman Trophy winner at wide receiver. He's a Super Bowl winner, and he's a veteran with experience now. So running those routes like he's been running all these years, we're really going to see it when all attention is on him. He's going to get the number one DBs of teams, but I know he can handle that, and it's definitely going to be going down this year. You have Hurts connecting with Dontavion Wicks. I mean, climbing the stairs to get the ball like that, that's the effort and energy that's been missing. You have QB1 going up to him talking about, I like that. So that's what I'm talking about right there. There's a lot of energy on the team right now. And the forgotten person is Darius Cooper. This guy, he's not going out quietly. Catching the ball like that, the film that the social media team put out. I mean, with that type of energy and effort on the team, we're going to go far. And we still have Mekhi Lemon, that's a rookie that's expected to come in and do great things. We still have Eli Styles as the backup tight end to Dallas Goedert. So the receiving core is going to be great this year, and things are going to be looking up. And pretty soon people are going to be talking about how the Eagles have a stacked team again and Howie Roseman and the usual stuff. Just know that it's coming, because that's what's going to happen when they see what starts happening this year with the Eagles offense. So ESPN is back talking about quarterbacks again and talking about things to get people to engage. And to do that, of course, you need Eagles fans to participate. And to do that, the best way to get their attention is put a list on there with Jalen Hurts on it somewhere he's not supposed to be. So Chris Canty comes out with a list of quarterbacks with the most on the line. And at number one, he has Justin Herbert. I can agree with that. This guy been in the league, never won a playoff game in his whole career. He's always making the top 10, top 5 list. I don't see it. I know he has the talent, but does he have the leadership quality to make it through the playoffs? Because this guy in the playoffs, he's turning the ball over. And like I said, he's never won a playoff game. So being number one on that list makes sense. Joe Burrow being on that list, a lot of people are upset with that, especially Bengals fans. It's just the truth, because I've been talking about this for a while now. This guy, he's always injured, missed the playoff 3 years in a row. However you want to look at it, doesn't really win in September. Great talent, of course, but like I said, can you make it through the gauntlet? He's getting a pass for beating Patrick Mahomes on the way to the Super Bowl, but he didn't win the Super Bowl, and he's still getting credit for that. So he deserves to be on the list. Number 3 being Dak Prescott. I just made a video about NFC quarterbacks and quarterbacks in general, and this guy, he has a lot on the line right now. He's literally in the best ecosystem as far as offensive infrastructure is concerned. And that's according to the NFL sources. So he has a lot on the line as well. But to have Jalen Hurts on the list at number 4, for what? It doesn't make any sense. Why does he have a lot on the line? Why is the media trying to push this narrative like Hurts is on the hot seat and he's just somebody to be talked about in that way? This guy is going into his 6th year as a starter. He's been to the Super Bowl twice. What else do we want from a career? I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense at all. So to say that that guy has the most on the line, I mean, it just lets you know they're always going to move the goalpost, and there's nothing that Hurts can do that's going to change these people's minds, because it's just outrageous at that point to put him on that list. To even have Jaden Daniels on the list at number 5, I disagree with that. He's going into his 3rd year. In his rookie year, this guy was in MVP talks, took his team to the NFC Championship game. He's dragging a retirement home along with him, and he's still on the same team. He had injuries last year. I've questioned how he's going to look when he comes back, but as far as what he's done so far, he shouldn't be on the list for somebody with most on the line to lose, or whatever the list is about. It just doesn't make any sense. Chris Canty is just chatting right now, because I don't know what he's talking about. But you know, Canty, he's just trying to get things going and get the conversation moving as usual. But you have some real haters in Mike Florio and Chris Sims, because whenever they talk about the Eagles, you could check their comment sections. People are always like, why so much hate? Because it just doesn't make any sense.
A.J. Brown gone. It was a long time coming. But also a sense that there's an expectation that Jalen Hurts is going to get with the program.
Yes.
He's going to do what the offense expects him to do. Sean Mannion, now the offensive coordinator.
So let's talk about Florio talking about Jalen Hurts getting with the program and things like that. What are you talking about? This guy is a quarterback in the National Football League. Every time he's had a competent offensive coordinator, he's done something significant with it. Check the win-loss record, whether it's a quarterback stat or a team stat. Whenever it's convenient, they give it to the quarterback. So he's the quarterback of the team getting the wins. So that's his record, and those are his stats. So what are you talking about getting with the program? This is somebody just 2 seasons removed from being Super Bowl MVP, and you're talking about getting with the program. This person has been the quarterback for offensive coordinators the year before they got their head coaching position.
They had that article that landed on ESPN, very well timed, just as the Jets were leaving Arizona for the league meeting. Boom, there's the article that criticized Jalen Hurts and made it clear, I think, and it was the team using ESPN to get the word out to Jalen Hurts. This is the year. You got to do things our way. No guarantees in your contract after this year. It becomes easier from a cap standpoint to move on after this year. Their hands were tied.
Talking about the team using ESPN to get the message to Hurts. Did somebody tell you this? Is this something you know for a fact? Because to say something like that, for somebody in the media that's supposed to be having integrity, you have to fact check these people sometimes, because did somebody tell you that? You can't just say that the team used ESPN to talk to their quarterback that they're giving over $50 million a year to, because they can't talk to him, because they need articles to do that, right?
It's a team that is, been to 2 Super Bowls, won one, was upset in the other one. It's a team that's talented to win multiple Super Bowls.
And this guy, Chris Sims, he's just funny because the things that he's saying, it can be factual, but you're talking from a point of demand that's not realistic. So you're saying that the offense is too talented to not be winning multiple Super Bowls. How does that work? There are other teams in the NFL. Other people are getting paid. Other people are trying to win as well. You're not going to win every year. That's why the teams that win every year, people call them a dynasty. You can't just win every year. And if you're expecting the Eagles to be a dynasty based on their roster, that means you also think highly of their quarterback, because if you don't, then that means they're not in contention and you shouldn't be talking about them as much as you talk about them. Especially you.
Way too talented to have all the stale moments we've seen over the last few years. It's one of the best rosters on offense in all of football. And yet, even the year they went to the Super Bowl, we had plenty of weeks where we went, man, it's just underwhelming. I don't care how talented you are. In today's NFL, you can't just go, hey, we're really talented, we're just going to line up and you kind of know what we're going to do and we're going to beat you. You might get away with some of that against like the lower teams in football. But when it comes to the cream of the crop and even the middle class, man, you're playing a dicey game.
And he's talking about trying to make it through games, struggling and barely winning, and the offense looking stagnant. Does that not sound like an offensive coordinator problem? Does that not sound like something that's organization based? Does that not sound like a coaching situation? That's just on the quarterback, right? But you're the same person talking about the quarterback needs to stick with the program. But it sounds like you want him to go rogue. With an offensive coordinator like Kevin Patullo, you have people on the staff saying all year last year at the training camp, it looks like the defense knew what was going to happen. So what do you expect the other teams that are studying the Eagles to do all last season? They were facing the same offense that the Eagles defense faced, that the media is saying looked stale all year. I mean, they never give anything context. We already know about the offensive line and the injuries they have. So it's just at some point, man, it's just hate, man. You're just talking from a point of hate. I don't know what you're upset about.
Jalen Hurts wants his teammates to buy into the notion of unity. Real talk time. How much of that is unity for the sake of unity and for having the best possible team, and how much of it is, please don't say bad things about me to reporters? Please don't share our secrets.
I know what you're saying. There was some of those thoughts that were going on there, right? In my brain, at least. We know it's important. They haven't been a team that's felt like they are all on the same page. right? A.J. Brown, unfortunately, took a lot of the brunt of that backlash from that, which wasn't fair, and we've described that, and we know that. Also, I know there's people in that organization, in that locker room, that feel like he hasn't been the best one with unity for the football team. So, yeah, I think there's some people in the locker room who go, hey, cool, I hope he buys in and he's, practicing what he preaches. And then I think you're going to have others that are going to go, damn, he's one of the big reasons we haven't had unity here. Now he's going to give us a speech about unity? So there's a little bit goes both ways. He's going to have to show it.
And this is my main point about this. And this is why it has to get attention. Because it's not even about football at this point. They're not even playing yet. Nothing is happening yet. And you're undermining what the guy is saying. He's saying all the right things. He's bigging up his coach. He's bringing his teammates along. But you're questioning it by saying things like, or you just saying things like that so nobody says anything bad about me. And then you have Chris Sims talking about, yeah, because he's been the one that caused division and no unity. Come on, man. Like I said, do you have a source? Did anybody tell you this? Because if not, and you're just speculating, but you're talking about a team that just won a Super Bowl recently, and you're talking about a quarterback that took the team to the promised land and was able to accomplish things, you're just hating, man. Like, you have to cut it out. You're talking about they're thinking about exploring their options and moving on and salary cap talks and this and that.
That'll start to go a long way for the team to go, okay, we're playing as a team, our quarterback's bought in, and here we go, we're the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, they'll explore their options.
Well, they're never scared, man. We know that.
And they were interested in Kyler Murray once upon a time.
Deshaun Watson, Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson.
Come on, man. You guys don't even do research. Jalen Hurts has a no-trade clause. It doesn't matter whatever is happening with the salary cap and however you want to look at that, but you're dismissing that fact. They never bring that up. And then you want to talk about the team moving on. That's not up to you to decide. Here's the owner of the Eagles talking about Jalen Hurts.
I mean, there's no bigger fan of Jalen than me. Clutch gene, absolutely. The guy, MVP of the Super Bowl 13 months ago, should have been MVP of the Super Bowl right before that against Kansas City the first time. Exceptional and so dedicated. I mean, I think you probably know. Spend a lot of time with Jalen, and he's, as I do with most quarterbacks, and incredibly dedicated to the game, to winning, and being a huge winner. And I love everything about him. So anyway, those things take over time. We never would discuss it. He's in the middle of the new contract now.
So at some point, man, we just have to get real about what people are doing when they're talking about this. These people right here, they're going to be easy to crush all year. I'm not even going to pick on them. But every once in a while, I'm going to have to check them back in line because look at this, man. The football games have not even been played yet. Nothing happened yet. And you're already talking in a negative way. This proves you're already trying to drive a narrative and you're trying to create it already. And that's why I'm disappointed in somebody like Chris Canty, because he has good takes a lot of the times. I don't disagree with him most of the time, and I don't agree with him all of the time. But just to make a list, to put Hurts on it, just to please people. I mean, everybody else on the list might make sense, but to put Hurts on the list of quarterbacks with most on the line, you're just adding to that narrative. You're not helping it. You already have Mike Florio and Chris Sims. They're going to be doing this all year. You have them undermining his press conference. His press conference. That just lets you know right there, this is bigger than football, and it's coming from a different point. And this guy right here, he still can't get a play call right in the NFL. And he's talking about people that had to get multiple Super Bowls because of what he expects. This is somebody that downplayed Tom Brady's success. So, I mean, do what you will with Chris Sims and his opinions. Go Birds.
Them birds gonna fly, you already know. Rain, sleet, or snow, Eagles train to go. Say what you want about our QB and coach, but all they do is win, put their feet on your throat. Them birds gonna fly, you already know. Rain, sleet, or snow, Eagles train to go. Say what you want about our QB and coach, but all they do is win, put their feet on your throat.